I'm Baja racer Tony Gera. When I set my mind to do something from building my race bikes to racing the course down in Baja, I'm going to do it right. And for me, that means doing it by myself. It's not easy racing in Baja alone, but I have my family and I'm willing to work hard, and if everything works out, I'm confident I'll be out front on race day. Come along with the cameras at PINit TV as I prepare for the 2016 SCORE World Desert Championship.
Human beings are drawn to heroes, underdogs, wimps with swords, average Joes. The mythology of David versus Goliath permeates the big screen. The person who does what we choose not to do,
easy, miss. I've got you.
Amazes us. We're drawn to these stories because deep inside of us is the same conviction.
This is one of the reasons why we are strong.
Today, we're saturated with games played by millionaires, with bow ties, private jets, and political campaigns.
You know you're gonna look awfully silly with that knife sticking up your ass.
We identify with the people with little chance, competitors who are doing anything they can to win. At PINit TV, our job is to find people motivated with a conviction to be the best, who amaze, inspire, invigorate, persevere, fix problems, ceases to fail. The producers and staff at PINit TV left the big money in football to rediscover what draws us to sports. We want to bring viewers the stories that aren't being covered. Tony Gera is one of the most amazing stories we have found this year. Tony finds a 16-year-old motorcycle on Craigslist, rebuilds it with his father, then brings it on an epic long-distance race in Baja, and finds a way to win. This is a story of triumph over all odds. This is Tony Gera. "127 Degrees with Tony Gera" is brought to you by She'sExhausted.com. Accelerate your life with style. Killer photography, motorcycles, and classic music at She'sExhausted.com. We're in Santa Cruz, California, an unlikely place for one of the best desert racers in the United States to live. It's a town full of surfers with dreadlocks and funny cigarettes. We're headed out to Tony's house as we hear that he has a new bike with a new strategy for this upcoming race season. But California is bracing for one of the biggest storms of the year, and it's aiming right for Santa Cruz.
Hey, Mike, I know you're on the way down, but the storm knocked a tree into our garage. We got to work for a little bit. Give us a little while so we can get some of the stuff and the tools in the house. That way we can tear the bike apart there, and you have to film inside of our house. So I'll give you a call when we get that done. Thank you. What a mess.
Tony and his parents have to clean out the kitchen and move the bike build into the house, as it will take every bit of the 21 days to get this bike race ready. The timing couldn't be worse, as all the parts, tools, and equipment need to be moved inside the house, and although nothing is severely damaged by the storm, it is a loss of 2 days and is a setback on valuable time. Tony, who works as a mechanic in Oakland, comes home every night at 7 p.m. He begins work on the bike, then he has to leave for work at 4 a.m. the next morning. This leaves him with only a couple hours each night to get work done on the bike.
Here we are. This is the bike. It's February 5th right now. Just got home from work not too long ago and starting to wrench on the bike, get it all torn down. As you guys have already seen, the garage is in shambles, so we're doing this in the kitchen. Getting ready for Baja, that's what it's all about. But we're going to go through and take apart the bike and see what we got, get it all ready.
If you're unfamiliar with motorcycles, a 1997 KX500 is a 60 horsepower two-stroke with 45 pounds of torque. In a recent article in Motocross Action magazine, They stated about the bike, "If you think that's not enough power, then you're either delusional or not following the right motorsport." Why a KX500 for Tony? Incomparable power, a violent response, but more so the rider has too much on his mind during the race. The last thing he should be concerned about is a mechanical issue. With some major manufacturers like KTM, the plastic couplers in the fuel injection would melt and fail at high running temperatures. Tony used them in the past, but would have to pull over and replace them, losing valuable time in the middle of the course. It's a huge advantage that Tony builds his own race bikes from the frame up. Anything that goes wrong in the course, he could diagnose and hopefully fix the bike and get back into the race.
We're choosing to go with the KX500 this year. We're trying to bring back some of the two-stroke stuff, and that way we can eliminate a lot of issues. We had some issues last year with fuel injection, and we had some issues with some of the four-stroke parts, and it was just a lot to maintain. And being a privateer doing it on a low budget, we went to a two-stroke. So this is the 97 KX500. We're getting it already, and we're going to update everything and go through the whole bike and make sure everything is functioning well, and we're going to build the bike from top to bottom. So we're going to know every part that's there and be able to do it all in Mexico.
Two-stroke motorcycles are easier to maintain, but will present a very difficult challenge for Tony and his family to overcome. A two-stroke motorcycle runs on mixed fuel, oil and gas, and the pit support teams that fuel the bikes don't support mixed gas. So Tony is going to have to get creative to find a solution to fuel the bike, and it looks like he'll have to carry some gas on him in the event that he runs out on the course. Tony's father, George, is an accomplished mechanic and bike builder. He owned and operated the Nobby Shop, a motorcycle repair shop in Santa Cruz, and has supported Tony ever since he started racing at 6 years old. Needless to say, it's a family operation, and so far, seeing the abilities of Tony and his father, you can see why the family has done very well come race day. Next time on PINit TV, Tony discovers that tearing down a 16-year-old bike can give him a few unwanted surprises.
Anybody home?
127 Degrees with Tony Gera is brought to you by She'sExhausted.com. Accelerate your life with style. Killer photography, motorcycles, and classic music at She'sExhausted.com. Please subscribe and share our YouTube channel with your friends, as each episode will be following Tony Gera throughout his desert racing season, and you don't want to miss this incredible story. Thanks for watching.